There are two types of lives. The first one is the life of the flesh, and the second one is the life of the spirit. The life of the flesh is opposed to the life of the spirit, and the life of the spirit is opposed to the life of the flesh. You cannot lead the life of the flesh and the life of the spirit at the same time. How can we know whether one is leading the life of the flesh or the life of the spirit? By looking at the fruits of your life, we can make out whether a person is leading a life of the flesh or the life of the spirit. The person who is leading the life of the flesh is always worried, is greedy, is selfish, is jealous, is angry. On the other hand, the person who is leading the life of the Spirit produces the fruits of the Spirit. The fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, etc. When a person is leading a life of the flesh, he or she needs the laws to be regulated. Otherwise, there will be chaos in the society. This is the reason why God gives 10 commandments through Moses from the Mount Sinai. By keeping these 10 commandments as a frame, a Mosaic law was being drawn for the practical application of these 10 commandments into the lives of the Jews. But the tragedy was that these 10 commandments gave rise to so many customs and traditions. The Jews were busy in following the traditions, customs, and laws, but their hearts were away from the love of God. The law could not build love and fellowship with God. This is the reason God sends His only Son into the world so that He may die on the cross and have victory over the flesh, sin, and death. Jesus came on this earth to restore the friendship which was lost because of the disobedience of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Through one man's disobedience, sin and death entered into human lives. Sin and death entered into humanity through the fruit of the tree. So the death offered by the fruit of the tree was being destroyed by the death of Jesus on the cross. Jesus destroyed the power of law, death, and sin. If you are guided by the Spirit, you are not under the law, you are not under the sin, you are not under death. Galatians chapter 5, verse 18.